I'm not gonna lie, my boy. I got to take a mad dookie, bro. I got some backed up sewage I got to release, dog. I ain't trying to rush you, but dog, bro, it's I need you, bro. I'm out here clenching cheeks, bro. Come on, man. Help your boy out, please. I got the dookie down, man. I can't tell the dookie down. He was just a regular turd, man. This is coming out. Open the door, bro. Please. Oh, my God. Man, I got straight sewage. Sewage I gotta get out of my system right now, bro. Look, man, this is straight sewage. Hey, look, man, if you don't want to put this shit in front of your door, you got like, I ain't gonna lie, T-minus 10 seconds to open this bit up so I can come blow it up. Cause this getting real, bro. This is a cold dookie. All right, my boy, this is a cold dookie. All right, this is a cold dookie, not a cold red, not a cold blue. This is a cold doo-doo. Oh my God, I'm about to shit on myself. Oh, you about to have me dookie on myself, bro. You really about to have me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm really about to shit on myself, bro. Oh. What? Yo. Geno. Oh, it's not Geno today, baby. Oh yeah. Oh, it's Alex. What's good, guys? It's your boy Alex, and welcome to my video. Now today is a special day, and you know why? Because it's my release day. Be glazed. Now, with that being said, I'm here to drop some sauce for y'all because I've been in the lab since I dropped. I've been in the lab since before I dropped. Enough yapping. This is the day one guide for Alex. This is the only guide that you're gonna need because this is gonna be a series. I'm gonna add more information on top of this as I learn. Let's get into the sauce, y'all. All right, guys, now just to set the tone, you guys are probably like, who is this bloke? Because some of you may be new. And you're like, what does he know about Alex that I possibly don't know yet? I'm gonna give you guys 2 examples of what I've found about myself in Street Fighter 6, just to give you a little taste of what's to come in the video. So, with that being said, allow me to proceed. Y'all see that power? Y'all see that power? That's number 1. Number 1, baby. That's just a taste of what's to come. And it beats DPs too. But we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Now, for number 2. And you're dead. You see the destructive power of myself? Do you see what I can do? Are you ready to learn? Then sit down, shut up, and listen. Okay, guys, now to get into the meat and bones of the character, we always have to go through the basics. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way so we can get on to the more meatier part of the video. And now we start with the normals. Okay, so standing light punch, 4 frames. Crouching light punch is 5 frames. Not bad. Usual stuff for Street Fighter 6 and new characters, so nothing too out of the ordinary. Standing light kick, 6 frames. Crouching light kick is 5 frames. Standing medium punch is 7 frames startup. And crouching medium punch is 8 frames. Standing medium kick is 9 frames. Crouching medium kick is 8 frames, so 1 frame less. And he also has unique normals as well, which is his back medium kick, which is going to be 7 frames startup. It's also +1 on block. Then we have standing heavy punch, which is 15 frames startup. Standing heavy kick, 17 frames. Crouching heavy punch is 9 frames. Really good, by the way. Really good crouching heavy punch. And crouching heavy kick is 10 frames. And you can also charge the standing heavy kick, and now takes it up to 25. Also standing heavy punch, which now takes it up to 23 frames. I also want to make note that crouching medium punch is really one of his best normals because it reaches so far and you can special move cancel it, which is really good. You can kind of base some things into, like, you know, some pressure or drive rush pressure. which isn't bad, but like I said, we'll get to that later on. Another one is his standing medium punch. As you can see, it goes pretty far, okay? So a lot of range there, not gonna lie. And standing medium kick. Now, you don't get much off of this, but it is safe and it reaches pretty far. So, hey, a counter hit could probably lead into some good damage. And just really quick, guys, here are the jumping normals. Jumping light kick, 6 frames. Jumping light punch is 5 frames. Jumping medium punch is 7 frames. Jumping medium kick is 8 frames, and it has a lot of reach. And it also goes over fireballs. And jumping heavy punch is very aggressive with the angle. It punches downward. And it has a 9 frame startup. And jumping heavy kick is the big boy. We took a page out of Zangief's book on this one, I'm not gonna lie. And it reaches downtown and has a startup of 10 frames. And we also have a dive, which is +3 on hit at any height, but if you hit it lower, you get +8 or more possible. And it allows you to combo. And I almost forgot to mention, he has an overhead, which is -3 on block, so you're safe. Okay, now that we have the normals out of the way, we can go on to the specials. And Alex has a lot of specials, I will say. He has a plethora of specials. Now, the first one we're gonna start with is Flash Axe. And Flash Axe is pretty straightforward. I mean, I just throw my elbow at you, and it's an overhead elbow. It doesn't really hit overhead, but it looks like an overhead elbow. So, and it's a -4 on block and +3 on hit. I also have a medium version, which is -6 on block, which is unsafe, but if it hits, I get a soft knockdown. Pretty nice. Now it's time for the big boy chop, and that is Flash Chop, baby. Oh yeah, this is the move right here. This is +3 on block and +5 on hit. And as you can see, it has a lot of range. Oh yeah, we're chopping from downtown. We're swiping it like a credit card, baby. What's that? Baby, I get a command grab follow-up right afterwards, choking you and slamming, just as wrestling nature intended. Now, my next move is gonna be the aerial knee. But as you can see, they don't hit the opponent off the ground, but the heavy version does. And it gives you Oki. And you can also link it from standing light kick. Pretty neat, huh? Pretty neat. So you still get big boy damage, and it's the heavy version, so it works out in the end. Come on now, it's not that bad. Oh, and guess what? The EX version? Yeah. It gives you a hard knockdown. And last but not least, the one you've all been waiting for. The power bomb. But see, since it's Street Fighter 6, of course we had to upgrade. We had to add a little bit more sauce on there. We had to get a little bit more damage. So after the Flash Chop, we get a Hyper Bomb. Come on, baby. And as you can see, that did 38 alone. 38% alone. Just in case you didn't see it the first time, check it, right? You went from 16 to 38. Oh yeah, we're messing around with some big boy damage, baby, with low execution, by the way. Now, I know I said last but not least, but I left a little surprise in there for you guys. I kept it secret. Is that okay? Is that okay? I hope it's okay with you, because you're gonna love it. Now, I have another special move. And what is that, you may ask? I wanted my entire move list, but I needed to figure out how to fit it all in one move list. So what did I do? I created a stance for myself. And what does this stance do, you ask? Well, we have multiple options here, okay? One is a lariat that we can charge, right? And if you charge the lariat, it has armor. And my second move, the anti-air that I used to have in Street Fighter 5, crouching heavy punch. Nothing too snazzy, but there's levels to it. The third option I have is a crushing low kick that hits twice. And interesting thing to note, I stay in my stance. For all of my other moves, it takes me out of stance. See? Now, for the fourth option, as you may have just saw, I have my stomp. Now, that is the medium version of the stomp. If I press medium kick in the stance, he does that. If I press light kick, he does a hop. And this hop allows you to cancel into any air normal that you have. Now, my fifth option, yeah, there's a fifth. I can grab it, right? You know, just a good takedown, taking it back to the old wrestling days before I was in the WWE or the SFE. I don't know. And another thing too, you may have not noticed, I can move forward and backwards in stance, by the way. I'm pretty mobile. I am very, very mobile in this stance. And the way you cancel it is by tapping up. But be careful because I am very vulnerable in that state. My knees, you know, they done seen a couple Street Fighters, so it takes a while for me to get back up. But don't worry, don't worry. I'm a big guy, but I move fast. And now, before I end this segment, I just want to show you guys some things because I did mention that my lariat had armor on it. Right, pretty nice, pretty cool. And if I wanted to hit her, I could. Now that we have the specials out of the way, let's move on to the super, shall we? Let's get it. Level 1, simple little tackle, you know, nothing too crazy. Just gives a good bit of pushback and does a decent amount of damage at 2,000. Not bad. Simple for a level 1. Just wanted to keep it simple, you know what I'm saying? Because the rest of my stuff, pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. I kept the level 1 simple so I could while out with my level 2s, by the way, and level 3. Now let me demonstrate my first level 2, right? Just a big old clothesline, grabbing your body and posterizing your ass, okay? Hanging you up. Now, if I do this level 2 while you're in the air, check it. Check me out. I get a wall splat. Pretty cool. Oh, but wait, because I have another level 2, right? It doesn't stop there. Now, this level 2 is incorporated from my flash chop, okay? Now, if we do the heavy flash chop into EX command grab, and on the last throw, I just start mashing, we get another level 2. Look at that. Ooh, slamming the Timberland down, baby. Oh my gosh, this super is so hyped, dog. Y'all know I had to come with the swag. You can't look at that super and tell me it's not hype. When I slam the Tim down, come on, bro. Y'all can't tell me that's not swag. Your boy Alex came through. And now for the first big boy, our level 3, baby. Let her rip. Just chopping your ass. Put you in the leg lock. Flip you over. And we're not even gonna waste any time, because give me that critical art, baby. This is where the real sauce is. I'm sorry. And can we get that critical art finisher animation? Please, can I get that? Come on. Show me. Show me. Show me, baby. I'm sorry. Okay, now that we have the basics out of the way, let's get to what I should be doing in neutral. And I just want to circle back around to the good buttons here, right? Now, a lot of my buttons are good for a lot of scenarios. My jab is multi-hitting, right? Also, my crouching jab is the same way. My standing light kick goes pretty far and it's +1 on hit. Keep that in mind. So the main buttons you're going to be using with me are crouching medium punch, standing heavy punch, mainly or preferably the charging one, because, you know, it gives me a lot of blocks done, or I should say my opponent a lot of blocks done. And also standing light kick. Standing light kick is very good for checking drive rushes as well as crouching medium punch because it's pretty fast. Only 8 frames, you know, I can check from certain ranges and it goes pretty far. Because again, like I said, look at that range. Look at that. That's a big boy normal if you've never seen one. That's a sword normal. I'm hitting it from downtown, baby. That's the hitbox. Now for my crouching medium punch, as I said, you're going to be able to cancel into special moves. And that also means you can cancel into drive rush. See that? Another normal you want to consider, and do not sleep on it, is my unique normal. Or should I say my special normal, which is back medium kick. I am +5 on hit, guys, and +1 on block. So if I get a jump in, check me out. You see the power that I hold? And another plus about this move is that the range isn't bad. Pretty nice, right? Full combo, and we get Oki after that. Standing heavy punch is really good because if you charge it, it's a guaranteed 32%. Just insane. Just free damage. Free damage is a bargain sale. Free damage. Also, if they block it, I'm +2. Now, not much, especially if I'm charging up a heavy punch, but that's not the zinger about this move, right? The real zinger, the real sauce, is that after it, I can go right into Flash Chopper, and it's true. And I'm still +2. And it leaves me really close, you notice that? So I can pretty much go for, you know, command grab, make you guess. You're in basically tick throw range. It's not a tick throw, but I'm gonna call it a tick throw, okay? Now my DOS boot, same case, +2, but it's not special move cancelable. But hey, you're still +2, so there's that. But wait, I lied, because charge boot is special move cancelable, because you can go right into stance. Now, important thing to note, stance is only cancelable from crouching heavy punch and charge heavy moves. Any other normal, you are not gonna be able to cancel in the stance. But it's okay, because there's a reason for that, and we're gonna explain that in this next segment of the video, which are BNBs, baby. Let's get into it. Now, for my BNBs, you're gonna be adding some sauce to your combos. It's gonna take some minor execution and some getting used to. You're gonna have to build up some muscle memory. Now, my BNBs actually pretty nice. I can get some pretty good Oki and some pretty good damage off of them. Now, let's say I gotta jump in, right? Not bad. And I'm +3 on hit, so guess what I can do? Scoop. You have to guess between strike throw, baby. And that's just off of light axe chop. Now, in the same combo, I can cancel into high aerial knee or heavy aerial knee. And heavy aerial knee gives me Oki. And heavy aerial knee gives you pretty good Oki. You can get drive rush low forward, and that leads you into a combo. So keep that in mind. You know, pretty nice. High aerial knee isn't bad to use. And remember, EX aerial knee is a hard knockdown. Guys, this is dangerous. Look how close I am to you. +5. School. Now, before I go any further, let me explain to you guys how this BNB is done, okay? So, mainly what you're gonna be canceling your stance from in your combos is crouching heavy punch. It's the only move you're really gonna be using and canceling, okay? Key thing to note, you can also cancel into stance from the medium axe chop. You can't do it from light at all, and you can't do it from heavy, but you can do it from EX. So that's pretty nice. So mainly what you're gonna be doing is crouching heavy punch into stance cancel. Practice that first, get it down pat, because it's really gonna help you build that core muscle memory that you're gonna need for Alex's BNBs. It's gonna take some getting used to, but you'll get there. Now, once you get that down, what you're gonna wanna do is, after you do your stance cancel, you press jab into heavy punch, or you press the stance button again, which is a button that you have assigned to all 3 punches. Once you do that, you do jab, heavy punch, or stance button again. And this combos, and you're +6 after that. And you can do just about anything within that frame range. So pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. At least some, now depending on how close you are, you can get 2 jabs, right? And after the 2 jabs, they're gonna be pretty far away. Well, that's when you use the kick. And you still get Oki after this kick because, watch. You know, you're right there, you're still in stance, you can just dash up. So, all options are covered. Kinda, sorta, I guess. We'll get to that. Now that you've learned his combo structure and what he should be mainly doing in his combos to get his max damage or optimal damage, which is from canceling into his stance, you can start to set up your Oki, which leads us into the next segment. Let us proceed. Now, for Oki, the main moves you're going to be getting your Oki from are from medium flash axe, right? Medium flash axe sets up the world for you, pretty much, because after medium flash axe, like I said, you can cancel in the stance. And once you cancel in the stance, you can get Oki dash. Now, as you can see, that was back tech. If they back tech and they try to press a button, you can then do lariat, and you can wait just as they're waking up and trying to mash as a regular meaty, and it'll give you a hit of armor, and if you let it go just in time enough, you can get a counter hit. Let me show you. So right here, medium, Oh, that right there, I didn't even need to get a hit of armor. Oh my gosh, it just hit her straight up and that was a counter hit. Now that's just from her mashing. Now I believe if I'm closer to her, after I get, you know, some Oki, a little bit further into the corner, yep, I get a punish counter. And after that punish counter, like I said, guys, what can you do? What can you do after you get that lariat, right? Watch. You can get a command grab, but it whiffed? Huh? Huh? What? Forget this, right? EX. EX. And then check this out. Level 2, baby. So if you get the hit confirmed, come on now. Just EX that bit, baby. Just EX it. And if you don't want to go switching sides, like Trippy Red said, check this out. Please make no go switching sides. Switching sides. Hyper bomb, baby. We got all options covered. You keeping that corner pressure, but you land a little far away, so I ain't gonna lie. But you still put them in the corner, so it works. Now let me show you another little special thing about Moi, right? That's not my only Oki option, okay? So check this out. Now another thing about Moi, right, is that those are my only Oki options. That isn't my only Oki option, right? We have several, and they're all really good because you have to guess. And what do we love making you do in Street Fighter 6? Sex? Whoa. 6? Guessing. Now, let me show you. Now, right there, that was medium stomp. It leaves you wide open, okay? But I don't have to do medium stomp because if I choose a different route, right? Ooh, what is that? What is that? That's a safe jump. Oh yeah, a big safe jump. And if you don't do a DP, I get to cross you up with crouching light kick, which leads me into Oki. Yeah, we got some BS. We got some BS you're gonna have to deal with. You're gonna have to put up with this. Oh yeah, we're gonna make you eat some shit. Now, keep in mind, that works on characters that have DPs that go outward. So if they swing out a little bit, chances are he's gonna hop over them. But for people like Ryu, it's a different story. Oh, wait, it's not though. Did you really think that Ryu was gonna beat the safe jump? Did you really think that he was gonna stop me, the poster boy? I'm the poster boy. Who was the main character in Street Fighter 3? It wasn't Ryu. It wasn't Ryu. It was me. Yeah, I beat Gil. But let's say you didn't even want to go for a safe jump, right? Let's say you want to be bold. Let's say you want to be brash, right? And you're just like, I don't care about a DP. Who gives a flying fuck about a DP? I'm Alex. I'm a brute. I'm a tank. Okay? Let me show you. Didn't combo, but you saw the combo. Just amazing, right? And just to play that again, in case you missed it the first time, right? Look at this damage. Look at this damage. Look at this damage. Over half your whole health bar gone. Just off for 2 hits. One more hit and you're done. One more touch, you're dead. It's over for you. Okay, but now let's say, what if they don't wake up and do a DP? What if they start blocking now because they're scared of getting safe jumped on? Well, in that case, right, you have a grab. And it gives you mad corner carry. Like if I start from back here, scoop. If they're attacking backwards, it pushes you pretty far. Like it takes you mid-screen. So yeah, we're well equipped. You know what I'm saying? We're well equipped. Pretty nice, right? Pretty nice. And all right, guys, that's gonna be it for the day 1 guide for me. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget, to leave your boy a like if you learned something new, and subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot, and it costs you nothing at all. It's absolutely free. It's been your boy, Alex. I'm gonna give it back over to GenoMingo in the next video, but I'm out.